It's amazing how nobody wants to look at this hardly. This is such, the sexual instinct is so, in the lust, it's so deeply rooted in the human being. It's the second strongest instinct we have next to self-preservation. This is how deep it is. But that's why we don't want to look at it. We want to justify it. And that's why I'm going to touch on this to begin with, about because this is the common excuse I get. But I have a wife, man. Like, I have a girlfriend. Like, we see, the mind, when we start talking about this subject, about being free of lust, the mind hears celibacy. I need to be celibate. I can't enjoy sex anymore with my partner. This is what the mind hears. And this happens all the time with people anyway, in general. You say something, they don't understand it, so they misunderstand it. Because they don't know. The mind is rigged to close down and to misinterpret things that are threatening its survival. Survival in the sense of being stuck in debauchery. The mind don't want to hear that. But the mind's not going to tell you, I don't want to hear that because, I want to keep acting out in my addictions. No, the mind, that would be easy. God made this game more difficult. So what happens is the mind hears something that you're not saying, and then it reacts to that. I'm like, but I'm not saying that, man. Yeah, you said it. Or then I'll say, look, I'm not saying that. Tell me what you hear me saying. It won't tell me. You know how many people I've done that with? I'm like, it's clear you don't understand, or you're not hearing what I'm saying. And you think you are, can you tell me what I'm saying? So then we can look at I don't want, The mind is a trip. For those who you reach a certain level of maturity, spiritual maturity, where you're just willing to look at anything. It's like fun. You're like, damn, I want to look at this. How deep can I go? Just sniff out these subtle motives that I do, for why I do things. And then if you find a partner or somebody that's also willing to do that, oh man, that's fun. And then you know other people. When you know yourself, you know other people. Because we're all the same. We're all the same. The form may express a little different, but the issues and the habits and all that's the same. So we're talking about lust. If you have a wife or a girlfriend, look, you can enjoy sex with them without lust. You know what lust is? When I'm talking about lust, I'm talking about how the mind, you're objectifying the person you're with. You have these fantasies. You have this, it puts excessive English on the act that you're performing to try to jack it up. Jack it up in the sense you want a strong dopamine stimulation. You want to get that dopamine rush. This is what sex is for most people. It's a dopamine. They're all focused on the orgasm. So there's no intimacy. She's focused on the orgasm, you're focused on the orgasm, or you're focused on giving her the orgasm. It's so much obsession with orgasm. And Tantra's degraded so bad these days that they think it's all about, they sell their classes and courses based on how many orgasms. We're going to teach you, you can give your girlfriend or wife 100 orgasms. Oh, wow, that's great. The wife tells the husband, hey, can you go to that class? Yeah, I'm going to go there. Yeah, you'll kill her. You know how much dopamine stimulation that is? The highest level of sex. I get into this on my See Me Retention channel. Also my books. I'm going to put this chapter in my girl book and my guy book. Somebody said, why do you call girls girls? Man, I remember I was talking, I had an editor friend, I don't know, 15 years ago. And I was talking about a 70-year-old woman and I called her a girl. I didn't even realize it. And she said, that's funny. You called a 70-year-old woman a girl. You know why I do it? I'll say it. I'll tell you why I do it. I don't have time to write and explain things on these comments. I usually go through them, and those that are given some love, I try to give some love back. I can't answer all these questions. It's impossible now, especially now that I'm working on these books. For me, all women are girls in their heart. They're girls. They just are. Look at them, they're girls. If they're in touch with their natural feminine energy, they're gonna be a girl, and that's very free. It's a positive statement. See, the mind here, no, but I'm a woman now. What does that mean? What, now you've absorbed a bunch of conditioning and you know how to act in a way that society says is a woman? You think that's positive? I want a girl. She's 80 years old. I want her to be in touch with her girl aspect. Ananda Moyama, she said over and over again, I'm just a little girl. Like, I don't know why you all are worshiping so much. Like, I'm a little girl. She's in touch with that. Now, if you want to make balance and be, well, then call yourself a little boy. Yeah, I am. Ask my past girlfriends. Yeah, they'll tell you. Because you're free. Like, you know, like, anyway, do we lose focus? I'm talking about lust. And so if you're with your wife and partner, or and partner, that sounded good. Some people do that. For me, that's too much work, man. Like, why would, like, and you lose all the intimacy. See, Tantra will capitalize on that too. We're going to show you how to be intimate. You can have multiple partners and 3 at the same time. And yeah, all focused on like getting each other off. I'm saying, let that, be aware that you're doing that, first of all. Most won't. They don't want to. They you know, because they don't know, like, how could I enjoy myself if I'm not there, like, lusting? And what I'm saying is real sex, the highest level of sex in communion, besides, you know, making the baby, is you're sharing energy with each other. Imagine you take the whole orgasm out of the equation. You just take it out of the equation. It's best if both people take it out of the equation, but at least, okay, now let's just stay with the best. I experienced that once because it's hard to find. I haven't thought about orgasm in a long time because I like to keep my energy. I have sex, I keep my energy, and then I absorb some of the girls' energy. Man, I'm full on. I don't have to eat or sleep, or I'm cool. But now, if she takes the orgasm also out of the picture, what's left? Yeah, that's what the people say. Like, what's the point, man? That's stupid. Yeah, it's stupid because you don't understand. You remove that from the equation, all that's left is an energetic, like, exchange. You're just absorbing each other's energy. I had sex with a Chinese girl a long time ago in China, when I was in China, and she didn't speak one word of English. Not yes, not no, not nothing. And so when we had sex, I hadn't forgotten this because it was like a deep experience. We couldn't communicate verbally. That was out of the picture. So all that was left is just relating energetically, you know? She did give me a thumbs up at the end. That was cool. So that's what happens when you take the orgasm out of the picture. All that's left then you find out, do I really like the person or not? Yeah, maybe you don't want to find that out. Because that's what shows up. It's just how comfortable they are. Do they have insecurities and all that stuff? See, that gets covered up when we're obsessed with the orgasm, or we're in our mind with fantasies as we're having sex. That's my definition of lust. All right. See, when we talk about sex and stuff, the minutes are longer, and I'm trying to knock out a few videos so I can go back and work on my book. But I wrote some points down, so I want to try to hit them. I think I hit most of that, though. Oh, the lust. Be aware, first of all, what lust is. Then be aware of how that bleeds through in damn near every aspect of your life. From, like, where you go out, where you choose to go out, where you choose to go on vacation. Anytime you go out, just be aware, like, oh, there's a girl. Somehow, it's like registers. That's a girl. If you're a girl, pay attention, like, oh, that's a guy. Now, that's natural to a certain degree. Because this is the second strongest instinct. It's natural. But after the recognition, that's fine. You recognize that's a girl. But then what? What's the stories afterwards? This is the stuff that people don't catch out. Do they think I'm attractive? I wonder what she thinks of me, like, or what do you think of her? All that. I was at a convention last weekend, and they were all dressed to impress. You know what I was wearing? This white t-shirt and my shorts and sandals. I was chilling hard. I got more looks than the ones trying to impress. And the only reason I know that is because my friend was telling me. I told them, I said, go tell him hi for me or something. You can't realize the emptiness, the space that gets available when you're free of lust. You just can't, everybody's doing it so much that you don't have the contrast. You just don't know what it is. And then on top of that, society's promoting it all the time. The tantric workshops and learn how to make real good love. And then you have and look at the whole medical society. Learn sex is so healthy. Like, you have to do sex here. This is how you improve your sex life. And everybody like gravitates toward it. Why? Because they're all sex addicts to some degree, or lust addicts or something. So when you're free of that, then that space I just said that gets revealed. Now you're allowed, you're able to get the deeper downloads of wisdom and self-realization. How can those things come if the lust is still hiding in the conscious and unconscious mind? It can't come. You're just imagining like you're awake, which is what so many people are doing. They haven't. It's superficial level. It's surface level. They're awakening. If you haven't done the deep introspective like work, if you don't know what's hiding inside you, how are you gonna like really experience your true self? Because it's so deep. All these other little things are hiding. They're like covering recognition of your true self. You think you're just gonna sweep that under the carpet and listen to non-dual videos all day long, and then somehow that's gonna like program you to think you're awake? People do that because it's a stage. They can't help it. The mind wants the shortcut, doesn't want to do the real work. I'm making a video, like, you gotta get dirty before you get clean. There's just no other way, you know. But I mean, it's all good. That sound, I thought my video was tripping. So be aware of the lust if you want. If you don't want, well, you probably won't watch the video, or you'll, leave some stupid criticism. That's cool. I understand that whole thing. But if you want, if there's some inkling in you that's already knows this, and you feel like, I need to look at this, I feel like this is blocking me, well, first go see my other channel, Beyond the Alchemy. That's all we talk about there. Some girls go, they like it. First, be aware that of the trouble that lust causes. Write down all the ways. Get clear, get the stuff out of your mind and on paper so you can see things clear. And then you start working on it and ask God to help you, because this stuff's too strong. You can know all day long, like, oh, I shouldn't do this, but you go outside, you're done. You're gonna keep doing it. You need a shift in consciousness. Mind can't give you that. Videos can't give you that, teachers can't, nobody can give you that. God has to give you that. Just something happen, there's just a shift, you get some kind of upgrade. Positive thinking, affirmations, it's a waste of time. You need the source to give you a shift. Be patient while you're going through that process. You'll get it. That's the point, like, you'll get it. Just hang on. You're way ahead of the game and way ahead of most people when you start to look at this stuff, because people don't want to look at it. Spiritual field, man, they don't want to look at this. They just want to be spiritual, like, oh, I'm spiritual. But then you look at them, they're not solid. And you can make them nervous. Man, there was a speaker at the convention, and I wanted to talk to him afterwards. I went up to him because I had a question. He said he didn't believe in God. That's cool. Like it's not, God's not God. Like, his name's not God. But I just wanted to know where he was coming from. And he was nervous. He got all, like, he was super confident when he was speaking. But then when I just asked him just a couple questions, and I try to be gentle because I know. And man, he was like getting ruffled. I was like, damn it. Who can talk? Yeah, some of you guys can. That's why I'm talking to you. I'll see you.